championship week. It is titles. No better time than right now, right?
I didn't understand
Peace.
anything you just said.
It's championship week. We're gonna
Oh,
win some
yes, it
titles today.
is.
We're gonna
Yes,
win.
it is.
We're gonna win some titles. I've already been fitted for my championship rings.
All right. I like
Ready
it.
to
I like
go.
it. I just
We're gonna answer some start questions
it's
today.
been a crazy week of games already, and I don't know how many people are still needing start and sit advice at this point in time. But hey, if they're not here, they're missing out on two of the hardest hitters in this industry on starts and sits. And that's a fact, Jack.
That's a fact. Don't check it, but it's a fact. Usually we like to kick these off with just going through the actives and inactives while we wait for questions to come in, make sure we're all on the same page. Active today, Tedero McMillan, he popped up with an illness. He is playing. Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to play. However, the reports are all indicating he's going to be in a limited role, which is kind of what we saw last week anyway. Harold Fannin, we had a scare this week with his groin. He's going to play. Travion Henderson cleared concussion protocol. He is going to play, as is Demario Douglas coming off that hamstring injury. Chris Olave is good to go. Dylan Sampson is back in the lineup. I like him a lot as a deep sleeper today. Luther Burden is back in the lineup as well and expected to play today, which I was not expecting, but they're telling us he's expected to play, and that's Ricky Pearsall expected to be back in the lineup tonight
That
against the
is a bit of a
Bears.
surprise, yeah.
Yeah. On the inactive side, we're going to get no help in championship week from Alvin Kamara, David Njoku, Tua Tagovailoa, Sterling Shepard. Rashee Rice was placed on IR, as was Brock Bowers. Tyrod Taylor is out. Roma Dunze is out. Theo Johnson not going to play. Either is Bashal Tutin. Mac Hollins, our sleeper hero from last week, put on IR today or yesterday. He is out, as is the booty, Keyshawn Booty. We're getting no booty tonight.
No booty? We're not getting no booty this week.
No booty this week, man. And on the unlikely to play category, but yet to be designated as out, is Mr. George Kittle.
Yeah, he was hell bent on saying that he will test it out pregame, even though everyone else in that organization said, probably not.
No, he's not playing. He's not playing. The playoffs are right around the corner.
Also, if it affects any lineups, I just posted something earlier today. For tomorrow night's games, if it's affecting your lineup decisions for today, Devontae Adams, very unlikely to play, which is possibly a boon for Mumfield. But Drake London says he's going to play. He's been listed as questionable all week, has not been practicing. He says, I got to wait till next season to play. No, I want to play as much football as I can right now. So there you go.
Yeah.
You can expect Drake London, but you cannot expect Devontae Adams.
All right, let's get to our questions. Morristeen, Stephon Diggs or Brian Thomas Jr.? How do we feel about Diggs with no other wide receivers playing in that offense and going against the Jets?
Yeah, I like Diggs here because he's going to be the main character in that passing game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, he finally came to life last week against the Ravens when they needed him, and now I think they're going to need him, for a different reason. They don't need him to beat the Jets, but they got nobody else catching passes. It is good that Demario Douglas is going to play. There was some questions about him with his hamstring, but no Hollins and no Booty. Diggs is going to get quite a bit of looks. I think I would go Diggs there. against the Jets. Intelligent G, Taysom Hill or Jake Tongas?
Well, Hill is definitely your floor play here, unless you have an alternative for Tongas tomorrow. I don't know if you do, but if you wait on Kittle and he plays, unless you have Kittle, I guess. If you have Kittle, I guess I'd say Tongas, and then Kittle if he goes. If you don't have Kittle and you just be waiting for Tongas, I'd say play Hill. This is likely to be Hill's last game at the Superdome too. So I think he's about a slam dunk for a touchdown.
I believe they're on the road. Last week was his going out party at the Superdome, which is why he was so productive. They were making a clear effort to get him the football. His last game in New Orleans.
No, you're right.
Which is why I have zero interest in playing Taysom Hill, because I think that was a fluky pop-up game. I'm going to play Jake Tongas. I'm very confident that George Kittle's not going to play. Tongas, he was very, very effective, very productive when George Kittle was out earlier in the season. I made my sleepers video this week, and I talked about Jake Tongas. He averaged 6 targets per game, 4 or 5 receptions per game, 42 yards. He had 3 straight weeks. He was a tight end 1. I'm going to go with Jake Tongas.
For the sake of argument with myself, the other thing is, even if Kittle tests out his ankle before the game and says he can go, the chances are that he's not going to be able to play a full complement of snaps in that game anyway. So Tongas might be a start regardless of whether Kittle's going.
Yeah. How about back to Morstein, Jacoby Myers or Wan'Dale Robinson?
I will go Jacoby.
Jacoby it is. I agree. You can always count on 5 for 65 for Jacoby Myers, especially in a good matchup. It's the Colts defense who just got ripped apart by the 49ers offense.
Might be a shootout.
And how about Tetaroa McMillan or DJ Moore?
Tetaroa is active, so that's good.
Luther Burden is back.
Luther Burden is back, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I always hesitate to start anybody against the Seahawks. I just always think it's not going to be good. But since Ted moved to the slot, he's been a lot better. The Bears, I believe, have nothing to play for, do they?
I think they're still aiming. I think they still have a shot at the 1 seed. They do still have a shot at the 1 seed.
Okay.
And beating.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they're playing the Niners, which could be a shootout. Oh, boy, that's a tough one. I would have to look at my rankings. What do you got, Alex?
I was just looking at my rankings while you were talking because I felt like it was really close as well. And I have DJ Moore 2 spots ahead of Tetaroa McMillan, with in large part because of the same concern that you have. The Seahawks, they're a really good defense. I know they gave up a ton of points to the Rams last week, but all in all, for the most part, that's a really good defense. But I think they're both good players. They're both top 20 wide receivers for me this week.
Yeah, I do too. I actually have Tetaroa just a hair above DJ Moore. So Yeah, I don't think you can really go wrong with either one. Basically, you're going to have to trust your gut on this one and decide which one you think has a better shot of getting in the end zone. And personally, I think that's DJ Moore.
How about big time 7-6-7?
What?
Alec Pierce, Parker Washington, or Trey Tucker in the flex? Ooh. This is
I actually like Alec Pierce this week, just based on the rapport that he seemed to have with Rivers last week. It wasn't all deep shots. Parker Washington, I think that was an anomaly. I don't think that's going to happen again. What he did last week, and I just plain never believe in Trey Tucker ever.
Yeah. I'm so out on Trey Tucker. I liked him when they traded Jacoby Myers. I was like, all right, this is Trey Tucker's time. There's nobody else there, and he's done nothing. Yeah, I would a week ago I would have said Alec Pierce was unplayable with Phillip Rivers because Alec Pierce's game is the deep down the field stuff. And Phillip Rivers can clearly not throw the ball deep down the field at this point in his life. However, they got Alec Pierce involved in other ways last week.
Yeah,
that wasn't deep down the field. I think that's the way I would go. I think that's the way I would go against the Jaguars. This could be a similar game to what we saw with Colts and 49ers last week, where there's a lot of points scored. I think we could go Alec Pierce. I think they're at home again in the Dome as well.
I'm playing Alec Pierce in one of my leagues, actually.
How about Taysom Hill or Juwan? This is from Doodlebo B428. Juwan. Give me Juwan.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, it's a low floor, but the floor I still say is Taysom because he's going to get carries, and that's guaranteed touches. But I don't think I could. I don't think I would forgive myself if I started Taysom Hill in a championship and lost because of him.
Yes. Yes. I
mean, he's been useless all year.
Yes.
And now all of a sudden everybody's like, is this the guy? It's not.
He popped up for his going away party at the Superdome, and that's over and done with. It's back to reality, and they're going to go to Juwan, who, by the way, was still ultra productive in the same game last week, even when Taysom was productive.
Yeah, so, and Juwan's been playing well too.
Yeah, he has, and as his shock, he's been playing pretty well. It was a great matchup this week against the Titans. I think we go Juwan Johnson there pretty easily for me. G-Man rules. Standard scoring, need one. Brenton Strange, Colston Loveland, or Dallas Goedert.
I am going to have to consult my rankings.
I was thinking the same thing. We got to go to the rankings for this one because this is. I feel like they're going to be like back to back to
generally
back.
On these. Yeah, generally on these, I'm like I've answered so many questions at this point that I've got a good feel for just about anybody you could ask.
Me too.
Now.
Yeah. I do have them back to back to back. I've got Dallas Goedert as my tight end 5, Brenton Strange tight end 6, Colston Loveland tight end 7.
Okay, I don't have Goddard anywhere near the top. Mainly because Buffalo is really hard on tight ends. I've got Strange as my 5 and Loveland as my 6. And I have them almost identical in projected points as well. I would probably lean Strange.
Okay. Okay. I think I do like Goddard a little bit more here with it being standard scoring because he seems to be the one who gets the touchdowns, a little bit more likely to score touchdowns of these three guys. Should be a pretty high scoring game. Bills, Eagles, lots of red zone opportunities, touchdown opportunities. I'm going to lean towards Goddard, but I really don't think you can go wrong here. They're all good plays this week. I like Strange. I like Loveland. I'm going to lean Goddard.
I don't like Goddard.
Okay.
I just
How
want to
about
go on record and say that.
all right? How about Jeff
Oh, that's
H
my boy Jeff
77?
H. I know him.
Oh, Jeff H. You think we'll get ice cold OG Jones today on the last
No, of course
season
not.
finale? Season
We
finale?
must have told him one wrong player because for a while he was every week like,
Yeah.
yeah. And then we got one wrong and he's like, fuck those guys.
How about PPR start two? Bucky Irving, Kenneth Gainwell, Jalen Warren, DJ Moore, and yet OG Jones has no idea that we talk about him on every show, even when he's not here.
No, he doesn't. We bring him up every show.
Yeah, he's on the milk carton at this point. Who do we like between these guys? We got to start two of them. PPR.
Well, Bucky for sure.
Yeah.
And I know Cleveland's defense has looked a little suspect lately.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also the which one will it be factor. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say Bucky and DJ Moore.
Okay. Yeah, I think I like that too. I like Gainwell is very tempting to me because he's been
like
really hot
Gainwell
over
a
like the
lot.
last month or so. But I could see that game just being, 16-10, not a lot of points scored. Steelers just grind it out. I think Bucky and DJ Moore because I think the 49ers Bears game is going to be the complete opposite. That's going to be a lot of points scored, lots of passing, lots of touchdowns. I think with no Rome Odunze, even though Luther Burden's back, I think we can play DJ Moore there. Let's go with that.
Yep.
King Sirius 6098, Kyle Monangai or Alec Pierce in the flex. This one I want to go Monangai.
G-Man rules. I'd say Strange then for the floor of the three of them. Kyle Monangai or Alec Pierce in the flex. Ooh, that's a good one. Monangai, he shows that he's worth playing whether Swift is good or not. I'm gonna say Monangai here.
Yeah, I am too. Yeah, I like Monangai as the play here. How about Frosty? Need 3 between Kyle Pitts, Luther Burden, Travion Henderson, Dylan Sampson. Also got Drake London as well. So we need 3 of these guys. It sounds like Drake London's already in there. He's just letting us know since we're considering playing Kyle Pitts. So Pitts,
Gotcha.
Burden, Henderson, Sampson. We need 3 of those 4. We got to sit one of them essentially.
Ooh, man, I can see the upside of several of these. I mean, Pitts is obviously Kirk Cousins' favorite target.
Yeah.
But he does feel it a little bit when London's out there. As far as tempering expectations. I'm
sitting Sampson.
I'm sitting Henderson.
Ooh, okay. All right.
I think it's gonna be a Ramondre week.
I do think we're gonna get a pretty good game from Ramondre as well, but just the upside, the possibility of ripping off a 50-yard touchdown at any moment from Trevion Henderson, I don't think I can sit that guy in a championship for a prayer play like Dylan Sampson. Don't get me wrong, I like Dylan Sampson. I put him on the thumbnail of my sleepers video this week, but I can't play him over Henderson.
Okay, I'll buy that.
Okay. And back to your boy DJ Moore. Back to your boy Jeff H. DJ Moore just got downgraded to questionable. Let's look at that.
What?
Bears wide receivers DJ Moore and Olamide Zaccheaus illness have been downgraded to questionable. So they're sick, but they're playing. I'm not worried about that. If they're sick, they're sick.
Well, I mean, Tet McMillan was sick like yesterday, and then today came out and they were like, "No, he's good."
Yeah, they need the NFL teams. They're required to in these situations put a guy on the injury report when that stuff happens.
Report everything.
Exactly.
If the guy gets a hangman.
Yeah, especially in the days of gambling and so forth, sports betting.
Right. I think you're going to be okay, Jeff.
Yeah, that wouldn't change my answer as of right now, unless we get more details.
Here's Doodlebo with that badass picture.
I can't see it, but
you can't see that Doodlebo? Doodle Bob? Doodle Bob 420, yo.
Trevor Lawrence or Jacoby Brissett. Doodle loves Brissett's matchup, but Trevor Lawrence has been about as hot as any quarterback in recent weeks. And he also has a really, really tasty matchup against the Colts. Colts defense was shredded last week by Brock.
Yeah. I do love Brissett's matchup. I gotta go with Lawrence here. I have to.
Yeah, I agree. I think we gotta go Trevor Lawrence. And Brissett, he seems to play worse.
I've got him as my QB5. So that's pretty good.
And Brissett seems to be worse when Marvin Harrison plays. Yeah. I have Trevor as my QB7, which is one spot ahead of Jacoby at QB8. So I'll lean Trevor. Now this one's for you. Kicker question from Doodlebo B420. Cam Little of the Jaguars or Eddie Pinheiro of the 49ers? Both could be in shootouts today.
I will take Pinheiro in what is likely to be a high-scoring game. He's got distance. He's been accurate. I like him.
All right, cool. Let's roll with it. How about Chicken Chubb in 6613? Kyron Williams, Travion Henderson, Tyrone Tracy, Michael Wilson, PPR. I guess we gotta pick one of these guys, which is really difficult to pick one of these guys.
Yeah.
I think we keep riding Michael Wilson.
Well, yeah, but I don't know, man.
This is one of these situations where no matter who we pick, we're going to get it wrong, I feel like.
Well, or they're all going to have great games, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. I like Tyrone Tracy this week. Tyrone Tracy is very interesting against the Raiders.
I'm going Kyron.
Okay.
I'm going Kyron. They got Devontae out. They're going to have to run the ball. Even if Quorum gets a lot of carries, Kyron's still going to get his, and he's going to get them by the goal line too.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to lean Michael Wilson over Blake Corum's backup. That's how I'd play it.
Fuck you. What's
Hello,
up,
Albert.
Albert?
Nice to see you. So I think I'm frozen, but I'm back. It's always nice to see new faces come in late in the season, and Albert has now been a return for the
Yeah.
last few weeks. He was
Oh
a new
yeah.
face for us over the
He's a
last few, but
stalwart.
now he's
a
back.
stalwart.
Now he's back every
Oh,
week.
we got another one coming
So that's
too.
awesome. How about
I'm
DeAndre Swift or Kenneth Gainwell?
gonna go DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, I think I will too, unfortunately.
Right?
I want to play
It's
Gainwell so bad, but
I do too. But will somebody ask us an easy question where Gainwell is the easy answer, just so we can feel pacified? 16 minutes, Alex.
all right. Morstein is back. Great. It's championship week, and my start sit is between two sick guys. No. JJ Keats, 1262. Start to Michael Carter, Tony Pollard, Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle, he survived the Quinn Ewers experiment last week. Barely, but he did.
He did. He did, and I kind of like him this week. I just, maybe I just haven't seen enough Michael Carter. Is he a guy that can exploit Cincinnati?
I could exploit Cincinnati.
Don't say it, you fuck.
I mean, yes, but to its full extent, no. Especially because he's also got Amari DiMercato in that backfield and some guy, Corey Kiner, who popped up last week with some touches as well. However, with that said, I'm still going to play Michael Carter. I still have him right around like a fringe RB2. I'm going to play him, and I'm going to play Jalen Waddle, I think, here.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I agree with that.
How about Tonjes or Kobe Parkinson?
Ask me tomorrow. If that is what it's going to come down to for your tight end spot tomorrow night, Parkinson makes me nervous because he's been playing really well, but then they started getting the rookie much more involved. And Tongas always plays well when Kittle is out. So if Kittle's out, I'm playing Tongas. If Kittle plays, I'm playing Parkinson.
Okay, I think that's fair. I do lean. So here's the deal. I think Jake Tongas is more likely to catch 5 passes for like 45 yards with no touchdowns, give you a nice 9 points. Whereas Kobe Parkinson, I think he's more likely to catch 3 passes for 28 yards, but 2 of them are touchdowns, which makes it difficult to make this decision.
Well, see, I would have said the opposite. I would have said that Tongas was the one that was going to catch 2 touchdowns.
Well, I mean, he's very, very possible to do that as well. I am looking at my rankings, and I do have Jake Tongas ranked as tight end 8, very high on Tongas, and Kobe Parkinson as my tight end 11. So I think they're both tight end 1s. They're both good plays this week, but I'm going to be with you. I'll go with Jake Tongas. What about Jake Tongas or Juwan Johnson?
I see.
Narrow it down here a little bit.
Well, I'll ask you this. What if Kittle plays? Then you would be glad that you started Juwan Johnson today.
Yeah. I do have Juwan Johnson ranked ahead of Tongas. I have him in my top 5 this week. He's my tight end 4.
There you go. That's all you need to know. Juwan Johnson.
All right, our guy Case Space is back in the
There he
house.
is. There's the man.
He's playing for the third place championship. Full PPR. Pick one, Khalil Shakir or Chris Godwin.
I think I'm going to say Godwin, but I'll make sure.
Okay. I think I'm going to say Khalil Shakir, and I'm not going to make sure because I know that's who I would play.
I'm going to make sure because I don't really like anybody against the Philly defense.
Yeah, but I think Josh Allen solves that problem for me.
Yeah, maybe. Who is it again? Shakir and who?
Shakir or Chris Godwin? Christopher Godwin.
I have Godwin as my wide receiver 34 and Shakir as my wide receiver 41. I feel better about Godwin significantly.
Well, sticking with Godwin, how about Godwin, Diggs, or Pearsall? This one's Diggs, yes?
Diggs.
Yeah. Let's go back to the chicken chub. Do you think the Rams rest the starters depending on how the Sunday games go?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. No, I don't think so either. It's week 17.
No, they can't. They can't. They need. Oh, wait.
Depending on the Sunday game.
Rams need to win because San Fran and Seattle are playing against each other next week, and that division is still up for grabs.
Yeah, as is the 1 seed. Trey is back in the house. Morning, gents, with George Kittle out. Jake Tongas or Brenton Strange?
He's doubtful. He says he's going to test out his ankle before the game, but the team says he's very doubtful. But if he plays, wouldn't you be happy if you started Strange today?
I think either way, I'm going to play Brenton Strange. Partly because I don't think Kittle's going to play. I really think there's a very, very low chance that's going to happen.
I agree.
I still want to play Brenton Strange though. How about the rest of his question? Drake May or Trevor Lawrence?
Trevor Lawrence.
I'm going to play Drake May.
You what?
What?
You homer.
No.
You're a homer.
Your boy Carr, 4483. How we doing, guys?
Oh, never mind. I have Drake May ranked one spot ahead of Lawrence.
Drake May.
Drake May.
Drake May.
It's the Jets.
How we doing, guys? Need to sit one. Drake London, Tetaroa McMillan, Travion Henderson, full PPR. We got to sit one.
Huh.
Do we have to? Do we have to?
My knee-jerk reaction is to say London. You know, he's got a knee issue. Kirk Cousins is not the best quarterback. And, you know, he might end up leaning on Kyle Pitts the whole game. Tet is against a good defense, but he is the number one, even though I expect Coker to have a good game this week. And God, I still think Ramondre is going to be the guy for New England. What's your answer?
I was struggling the same way you were struggling.
We have 7 minutes.
I think London is the most risky of the three.
Yeah, I would sit London.
He's got the most upside as well, but he's the biggest risk, I think. Also, while we were talking, I somehow got banned from being live on TikTok. I violated the community guidelines, apparently.
That's probably because I said fuck.
They can't hear you on TikTok.
No.
Morris Steen, Hunter Henry, or Darren Waller?
Hunter Henry.
Yeah, Hunter Henry for me as well. Francis Castillo 2550. Hi guys, please help. Flex
It's
PPR.
not Castillo, it's Francisco Castillo.
Why don't read names? I thought it was Francis. I have Parker Washington.
I guess he just needs one of these.
Yeah, Parker Washington, Dylan Sampson, Marvin Harrison. We're sitting Marvin, and we're gonna play Dylan. I'm gonna play Dylan Sampson here.
I'm playing Dylan Sampson.
Yeah, fire him up. Fire him up. Isaiah, our guy Isaiah, pick one. Parker Washington, Zach Charbonnet, Kyle Monangai.
Isaiah Rodriguez. Out of these three, I'll take Monangai.
I'm going to stop reading names because I feel like I did the same thing last week with a different name.
Monangai.
You're going to pick Monangai. All right.
I am.
I think, you know what? I think I'm also going to pick Monangai here. We'll go with Monangai. And we're out of questions. Which normally I would have gone to TikTok, but I was kicked out.
Buddy. That was fast and furious, guys. Thanks for coming. We appreciate it. And I guess we'll see you next year.
I guess so. Well,
don't forget to tell everybody how good we always are on Sundays. And if you don't think we're always good on Sundays, don't tell anybody.
Well, we still got a couple minutes if anybody wants to get a question here at the buzzer.
Thanks for coming in, Jeff.
So apparently my violation on TikTok was gambling related. We talked about, I don't know, maybe I said the word betting. I did say the word betting earlier. I did. I guess that's wrong. I'm not allowed to say that on TikTok.
I don't know, but a Taysom Hill anytime touchdown is, I think, good money.
Oh, great. Now we're going to get banned on YouTube too. I don't think YouTube cares. All right. Well, if we get any last questions in the next minute or two.
Speaking of gambling, I've got 3 minutes to put some bets in. And I'm not even joking. Well, I'm certainly glad we had so many people come in.
Yeah, we did good. It was
fast and furious.
And it lets us know that we have so many repeat watchers that our audience is winning and they're in championships.
Yeah, exactly. So we must be doing something right.
Must be doing something right. What does that tell you? Other than OG Jones, everybody's winning.
Where is ice cold? Oh, where's Amazon pancakes?
I know. Well, Amazon Pancakes was pretty hit or miss. Amazon Pancakes pops up once in a while, saves the day when we have a quiet day.
Man, Amazon Pancakes, where you been, man?
Or I always felt like Amazon Pancakes was a female. I don't know why I got those vibes.
Oh, who knows?
I don't know.
Might be.
Maybe. Who knows? All right. 12:59. Should we wrap it up? Hit the end button.
We can hit the end button.
All right. Let's do it. Thank you for everybody who tuned in, everybody who engaged with the show, not just today, but for the entire season. We hope that we helped you win in some way or another. And let's go win some champions.